That takes us to the approval of the minutes from the February 10th meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion we approve the minutes of the February 10th, 2025 board meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Kevin, are you voting? The motion passes 6-0. That takes us to public participation. As we enter public participation, I want to remind you that the board welcomes and encourages public participation. We respectfully ask that you adhere to the procedures provided in Board Policy BEDH, public participation at meetings. Your comments should be limited to 3 minutes and must remain on either the topic noted on your sign-in form or a listed agenda item. Questions asked during public participation will be handled in accordance with Board Policy BEDH.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have one speaker tonight. Kim Murphy is here to speak about spending education dollars on construction.
Good evening. 2 items, the hiring of the construction manager for bond referendum projects and buying land for a new elementary school. I take issue, and I believe others, if they knew, would also, with using millions and millions of taxpayer dollars that were collected from us, according to your operations budget, under the guise of operations for paying our teachers and educating our children, instead on construction and to purchase land. There is a revenue stream already being collected from taxpayers that is specifically dedicated to pay for those items and other capital improvements. And any excess tax dollars collected from us with the operations millage rate to operate our schools should be spent on that and not shifted to construction. Number 1, according to the CFO at the last meeting, there will be a shortage of revenue this current year to operate our schools. And it was advised that the district should tax taxpayers even more for operations to make up for that shortfall, and so that the district could increase the excess tax dollars left over at the end of the year, which is already too much. I think it might be $62 million now. I have to look at the new report that's just been published. If there is a shortfall, why not leave the millions that you want to take out of operations to spend on construction in operations? So you will have that money instead of taxing us more. 2, a $240 million bond referendum, which will result in a tax increase passed in November to pay for construction in these items. Why not use that source instead, as intended, instead of taking it out for operations where it's needed, so you won't have to tax us more? 3, there is a second revenue stream also specifically dedicated for construction and capital improvements, and is also being discussed tonight. It's called 8% money. Why would you not use that revenue stream instead of taking it out of the pot of money to educate our children? Why would you want to tax us more in operations under the guise of using it for operations to intentionally increase the excess in operations to an even greater amount, at the same time pulling that excess money out to use on something else, and which I guarantee will be also pulled out to use on construction in the future? Charging taxpayers for something specific, but spending it on something totally different is deceptive. Based on this one example of moving money, and lots of others that have occurred in this school district, like the bond referendum and rezoning, District 5 taxpayers and the education of our children and District 5 could benefit with an organization like DOGE. District 5 DOGE. It's got a nice ring. I'll volunteer. Thank you.